One, two, three. Harold and Brad, Windy City Filmmakers. Harold and Brad, Windy City Filmmakers. Harold and Brad. Da, 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 da.
How did you find you guys and Brad?
Facebook.
Okay. Facebook. All right.
Facebook and references through other people.
Okay.
So what I would do on Facebook is I would look at the pictures, and if I saw a professional picture, I would look and see if they act.
Right.
If they were actors. And then that's how I would contact them. I would contact them, let them know that I'm a director and I have a film and I'm looking for actors. I didn't have the casting call though.
Had you seen Rail do stand-up before you cast him in the film?
Yeah, I saw him do stand-up, and I saw some video of him on YouTube, and I thought he was really funny, and I really wanted to pick someone who didn't use profanity. I wanted someone who, I always looked at profanity, especially in comedy, as a crutch. Well, it's a shock factor thing.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But Rail could just be funny talking about anything. And then I saw him do some pop commercial. And the pop commercial was really good. And I was like, wow, this brother can act. I need to pull him. And I actually pulled him in a week. I was actually gonna play that character.
Okay.
But we were in rehearsal, and I couldn't pay attention to the actors and pay attention to my character at the same time.
Right, yeah.
And a week before, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have to get somebody else to do this. I can't do it.
Yeah.
I can't direct it and act in it at the same time.
How did you come across Corey? Just the same way, Facebook?
No. Actually, I was DPing for a woman that I know, and I saw Corey, and I was like, and I saw him, and I pulled him to the side. I said, "Look, bro," I said, "let me tell you something." I said, "You got Denzel Washington potential. You ain't there yet." I said, "But it's there. You know what I'm saying? You got that potential. You need to really be serious about this." Then one time I was like, when my boy told me to go local and I decided to go local, I'm like, maybe he should do it.
Right.
And then he read and he's thinking like, oh, okay, he read the script, he loved the script.
Yeah.
And he's thinking like, maybe he's gonna have me be a security guard or something in it. What else in it? But I had another idea. I was like, I think you could do the whole thing.
I know that.
I think you can carry it. So.
So you did get a job. You also did a Man App, right? So like two comedies. Are there other genres?
I did another one before that.
Right.
I did Hard Time. And what's crazy, I only did Hard Time to let people know. I did that before I did Get a Job. It was like 2 minutes. I wanted to let the actors know that I knew what I was doing. And that Joker went viral. I didn't know about Facebook. So it was on private and I didn't even know.
I think I saw it, yeah.
I was flipping around and I was like, oh, this is not public? I said, let me make it public. So I made it public.
Right.
And the thing went viral. It was like almost, it's like 96,000 shares.
Man.
So it's been shared 96,000 times.
Right.
But I do have, to get back to your question, I do I'm not locked into comedy.
Okay, yeah.
You know, I did get a job when I was going to do a dramatic film, but I was like, for my first film, I needed to do something where people didn't have to be in a mood to see it.
Okay, right, yeah.
You know, so, and I did that. So, but I had something, you know, like a lot of people don't know me. Like I'm a deep person, a thinker, you know, but I'm crazy. So some people, they only get to see the serious Jay or James.
Yeah.
But my close friends know that, you know, that I'm a fool. And they be like, oh, this is you all day. They like, get a job with you all day. That got your name written all over it. You know?
No doubt, yeah.
But I love every genre.
You know, I was just looking at, I have a lot of favorite films. One of them is City of God. That came out in 2002.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? And I was looking at it, and what I love, when I saw it in the theaters, what I loved about it was with that opening sequence, the editing was just on point. Just the boom, how it set up the film, just the quick pacing and the editing. That just like, man, along with the acting and directing, that I thought was just so dope. So for you, when you see a film that you really love, what are some of the things that jump out to you that make a great film, along with the acting and direction that jump out to you?
It's the writing. You know, when I learned how to write, I fell in love with the process. So after I did get a job, I didn't want to shoot anything else.
Yeah.
Because I really wanted to learn how to write.
Right.
And so I look for the rhythm in the film. So I'm looking for not looking for, but I'm feeling for.
Right.
The inciting incident.
Yeah.
The turning point. The midpoint.
Right.
You know, the second turning point. The climax. I'm looking for a certain rhythm. You know, we're not trying to reinvent the wheel. And I've noticed that in some films, they miss the mark when they miss those beats.
Right.
You know, and I see it, you know, you seem like, wow, it seems like, you know, ain't nothing happening, you know, because we're used to a certain ride, you know, even like a roller coaster. You know, if a roller coaster didn't start off with a dip, you would like something was missing.
Right.
You know, so that's what I look for.
Yeah, you know, Samuel Jackson has said when they were complimenting him years ago, he says, it's the writing. It's the writing. And Morgan Freeman says, I just read the script. I just read the script. So yeah, I second that. The writing is most important. And the Hollywood archetypical screenplay with those inciting incidents and those turning points, they're all at a certain point in the films, in the writing. And if you're missing those, then what you have is an art film, which don't necessarily do so well. You know, the greats, the greats can get away with art films best because they got 30 years of filmmaking and people will go see their films because they made them. But as a beginner, you definitely want to stick to that structure.
Yeah, I wonder sometimes like how different films would fare now. Like another one of my favorites, like my Dinner with Andre, right? It came out like I was a short, like in the 70s. I'm dating myself, right? But the point being, it's basically two dudes go to a restaurant and they're talking. And as a kid, I'm like, whatever, you know, it's kind of over my head. But watching it as, you know, early 20s, like, man, this is a really dope film. Like, it's well written, the conversation. But I wonder sometimes how a film like that would do now. Because, you know, sometimes it's like some people, if it's not like an explosion, first 5 minutes, they're gone. Yeah. So I wonder sometimes how a film like that would do now. If it came out today, how it would fare, or is it still strong enough? Like when I look at some of the classic sitcoms on MeTV, I'm like, man, I think the writing is still on point, like with Golden Girls and
like Taxi, yeah.
Taxi, you know. So what are some things you want to do like 10 years from now? Where do you see yourself in 10 years? Where you want to be like career-wise and just life in general?
I want my own studio.
No doubt. I love that. I love that.
I've been wanting my own studio since Columbia College.
I love that.
My lighting class, I walked in a class, I was like, well, what are we doing today? This is still TV. And it was like, we're going to build a set.
Right.
You know, and I was just like, what? Right here? They was like, yeah. So, you know, they had the C-clamps and all that other kind of stuff, and we built the set.
I love it. Yeah.
And everything. And I was just like, so what do I need to have my own studio? You know, and they were like, all you need is a flat surface and a grid at the top. You'll hang your lights.
Yeah.
And I've been wanting one since then. Like my grandfather created the restaurant Uncle Remus. You know, so
nice.
For me to do a film was like, that's what I'm supposed to do.
Right.
When you want to do something, you do it.
I love it, yeah.
You know, so I had people to come up to me after get a job and was like, they were so proud of me and I didn't get it. And I was just like, well, I don't understand. You know, like people younger than me, oh, they're proud of me. And I'm just like, well, I just, not that it was a simple thing, you know, because making a movie that was one of the hardest things I've ever done.
Yeah.
You know, but the pride, I didn't get it at first.
Yeah.
Because I come from a family of entrepreneurs, you know, I didn't see how big it was to make a feature film.
No doubt. Yeah.
You know, because I saw it as like, oh, this is what everybody's supposed to do, right? You know, it's like when you're making a feature film, it's like you starting a business.
Right.
Like you're not going out getting a 9-to-5, you starting a business. And that's where that pride was coming from. Like you did it yourself. Yeah. And I was just like, wow, yeah. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't seeing it for what it was.
Right.
Almost minimized it.
Oh, no doubt, man. And that's important because like I look at right now, I have a film studio right now. Now it ain't Tyler Perry level. Landon Films, like in my apartment, we got our Blackmagic pocket camera, we got our lights. I'm doing editing on the Premiere Pro, and that's not a plug of Premiere, that's just what we're using, right? But to sense the idea, to your point, that usually great things may start out small, but still having that sense of, that this is still some great things popping off. Because like, as corny as it sounds, it starts with that idea, to your point, and then actually execute it. Because a lot of people have ideas, and they go to the graveyard. Nobody acts on them, go to the graveyard. But it may be rare that somebody has an idea and they actually execute it. Yeah. And that still is dope, man, that you actually had an idea for a film, you actually shot a film. You know, that's something dope, man, because like not everybody does it.
Yeah, truthfully. Go ahead.
I had never shot.
Right.
The longest thing I had shot before that was a 2-minute film.
Yeah.
You know, but a couple of things that gave me the courage was I learned every position.
No question.
So people were like, well, how did you know how to do this? How did you know how to do that? You know, I say, because I'm not going to pick a DP that can't light better than me.
Right.
I studied lighting.
Yeah.
In school and outside of school.
Yeah.
You understand? I studied audio in school and outside of school.
Right.
You know, I learned how to break down a script. I learned how to budget. I learned how to schedule a film. Right. I knew every single position on there. And everybody on there had to be better than me. I even know how to act.
Right.
You know, so because of that, that gave me the extra courage to do it.
No
I was still scared.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I was talking to one of the actors, and she was like, you know, the actor Brenda McLean. She played the mother-in-law. You know, she hadn't acted in like 15 years.
Okay, you're right.
She was older than everybody on set. She was scared to death. I said, I was scared too. First day, I'm like 15, 20 people on set. Everybody looking at me. I'm just like,
question. Yeah, right.
I'm like, I'm like thanking God for some things I can lean on my DP, but he was the only one I could lean on.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I didn't have any other professional help.
Right.
I didn't really have a professional first AD.
Right.
Anybody, professional person, script supervisor. I didn't have any of that.
Yeah.
So I was scared.
Right. But I'm gonna tell you, man, being on the set, I know I was there for that one day. I couldn't tell it. It was a well-run production, man. You know what I'm saying? It was on point. It was on point.
And so let me say that the pride from the young person giving you kudos was that you were managing the set. That's what the director was. He handled all of the moving parts. And obviously you did that flawlessly. And so maybe it didn't set in because of maybe the nerves, but at the same time, the business was being handled. And so that's where the kudos came from. You accomplished the directing, which is the job on the set.
I can get nervous, but I'm the type of person where I'm going to take care of business first.
No question.
You freak out later.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it could be something happen and I'm going to go into my head before I go into my emotions.
Right.
You understand? I had some drama on set. Honestly, it was like either what you gonna do? Either you gonna catch a case. You know what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? You gonna catch a case,
right.
or you gonna finish this film.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, take care of business. Yeah.
So what advice would you give to a young person looking to become a filmmaker, writer, director? What advice would you give them?
Study.
No doubt.
Like, when I say study, I don't mean pick up one book and think you're done. You have to know that you're going to be a student for life if you love this thing.
Right.
If this ain't just some little itch.
Yeah.
But if you're in love, and it's something because I got this from one of these books that I read, and this is my interpretation on it. Love is based off of knowledge.
Right.
You can't love something you don't know. So the more I thought I loved filmmaking before I learned how to write.
Right.
I found out the heartbeat of film is the story.
Right.
The more I learned about story and how to construct the story, the deeper I fell in love.
No doubt.
And if even as an actor, whether you're an actor, you're the director, you're a camera person, the more you learn about something, the more you can see whether or not you truly love it. And if you love something, you're gonna wanna learn even more about it. I got so many books, it's ridiculous. I had a friend of mine tell me, I said, oh man, you need to check out this book. He said, oh, I got my screenwriting book. I'm like, my screenwriting book? What are you talking about, man?
Right.
What book? You understand what I'm saying? Like,
right.
There's many books I didn't read.
No
you
question.
Know what I'm saying? Like, no, brother. Nobody has all of the answers.
Right.
So you can't read just one book.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So I would say read. Read as much as you can. Learn about every position that you can. Of course, staying focused. But read. That's the foundation to filmmaking is reading.
No doubt. Man, you got me fired up, James. I'm inspired, dog. I love it. But I tell you what, man, straight up. For that's been a great interview, man. So for Brad Stevens and
Harold Dennis. But you can call me H.
Call him H. It's been a pleasure. We'll catch you next time. And as always, dream big, dare to be great. Have a good one. Peace.
Peace.